Imagine walking into a classroom where every face turns toward you, not with welcome, but with shock. Imagine being told that your dream is impossible simply because you are a woman. Now imagine refusing to give up. This is the history of Elizabeth Blackwell, a woman who shattered barriers in medicine and changed history forever. But her greatest weapon was not just her courage, it was her words filled with strength, wisdom, and quiet rebellion. Today, we will explore some of Elizabeth Blackwell's most famous sayings and why these powerful words still inspire millions around the world. If society will not admit of women's free development, then society must be remodeled. When Elizabeth Blackwell said these words, she was not simply criticizing society. She was challenging an entire world built to keep women silent. In the 18th, women were expected to stay inside the home, becoming a doctor. That was considered outrageous. Medical school rejected Elizabeth again and again. Some laughed at her, others insulted her. But instead of changing herself to fit society, she demanded society change instead. That's why this quote became famous. It represents rebellion without violence, strength without shouting. It became a symbol for women fighting for education, careers, and equal rights. Even today, this saying feels modern because the struggle for fairness still continues. The idea of winning a doctor's degree gradually assumed the aspect of a great moral struggle. To Elizabeth Blackwell, becoming a doctor was not just about success. It became a battle between fear and determination. She faced humiliation nearly every day. Male students mocked her. Patients doubted her. Professors treated her like she did not belong. But she kept going. This quote became famous because it reveals the emotional pain behind her journey. People often celebrate achievement, but they forget the suffering hidden underneath them. Elizabeth reminded the world that true victories are rarely easy. Sometimes the hardest battles are the quiet ones no one sees. None of us can know what we are capable of until we are tested. This quote speaks to every person who has ever doubted themselves. Elizabeth Blackwell believed that human strength appears during difficult times, not before. When she applied to medical school, nearly all rejected her. One school accepted her almost as a joke. But once she entered that school, she proved everyone wrong. This saying became famous because it carries a universal truth. Most people never discover their true power until life forces them to fight. And Elizabeth's life itself became proof of those words. Medicine is a social science, and politics is nothing more than medicine on a large scale. Elizabeth Blackwell understood something far ahead of her time. Health is not only about hospitals or medicine. It's about society, poverty, education, clean water, women's rights. She believed that governments and communities shape public health just as much as doctors do. This quote became famous because it changed how people viewed medicine. It pushed the idea that healing society is just as important as healing individuals. Even modern healthcare system still reflect this powerful idea today. Work is the grand cure of all the maladies and miseries that ever beset mankind. Elizabeth Blackwell believed in purposeful work, not work for money alone, but work that gives meaning to life. After facing rejection and loneliness, she discovered that dedication keeps her strong. This quote became famous because it speaks to human resilience. When people suffer, feel lost, or face hardship, meaningful work can become a source of healing. For Elizabeth, hard work was not punishment. It was survival. It was freedom. Elizabeth Blackwell did not just become the first female doctor in America. She became a symbol of courage, a reminder that one determined person can challenge an entire system. Her words still echo today because they are born from struggle, sacrifice, and hope. And maybe that's why her saying feels so powerful, because they don't come from comfort. They come from someone who fought for every step forward. So the next time life tells you something is impossible, remember Elizabeth Blackwell, and remember this: sometimes the people who change history are the ones society never expected to success.